Okay. So that's it. Like, let's go to the next concept, polymorphism. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's go to the next concept, polymorphism. Polymorphism. What exactly polymorphism? Let's learn polymorphism. Okay. Polymorphism is a process of representing one form in multiple forms is known as called polymorphism. Representing one form in into multiple forms is called polymorphism. Is called polymorphism. So polymorphism actually, so the polymorphism is actually derived from Greek word. So here poly and morphs. Poly means many, morph means form. So many forms. Poly means many, morphism means forms. Many forms. So polymorphism, what it will do? It will represent one form into multiple forms. So, for example, let me give a real-time example. So, a person, an employee, for example, um, let's an example of, let's say, example of SreeRam. So, SreeRam, when he is at home, he is a child of his father. Okay. So, when he come outside, he is a citizen of India. Okay, when he goes to office, he's an employee of that organization. Sriram is the only one person, but he is based on the situation. Like he's acting like he'll be changing its forms. So when he's at the office, he's an employee of the organization. When he's outside of the office, he's a citizen of an country, and if when he's at home, he's a child of his father. Okay, so one form to multiple forms. So he is representing into the multiple forms, but he is the one, but it will be represented into the multiple forms. Okay, so polymorphism is not a programming concept actually. Okay, so it is not a programming concept, but it is one of the principle of whoops for many object-oriented programming languages. Follow this one actually. Um, um, these implementations, polymorphism implementations are varying from one object to the other object, one object-oriented programming language to the another object-oriented programming language. So there are so many object-oriented programming languages. Okay, so we have a Java, we have a .NET. So these are some of the object-oriented programming languages, Python. So all this comes under this. All this will be following the OOPS principles. Okay, so fine. So let's learn the types of polymorphism. What are the different types of polymorphism we have? Let's learn the types of polymorphism. So we have two different types of polymorphism. So one is a compile time polymorphism. The other one is runtime polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism, and the other one is runtime polymorphism. The other one is runtime polymorphism. So we have two, compile time and runtime polymorphism. Let's take a um, okay. So what exactly runtime polymorphism? What is exactly the compile time polymorphism? So compile time polymorphism uh, is achieved using the method overloading. Okay. Con- Okay, so compile time is method overloading. Yeah, yeah, method overloading, and this one is the method overriding. Yeah, compile time polymorphism is achieved using the method overloading. Method overloading. So right, the method overloading I've already discussed with you, and runtime polymorphism is achieved using the method overriding. So these are the two polymorphism we have: compile time and runtime polymorphism. Okay, let's consider a simple example. Actually, let's take a simple example. let's say mm, we have a class, we have a class X, and in let's say we have a class X, and we have some um, data members inside the class. Let's say we have value 1, and we have value 2, and we have a result actually, which will be storing these values. Okay. So let's perform some subtraction. Let's perform some addition operation for this. So let's say void sum. I'll be performing. So I'm not taking any arguments. I'll directly I'll directly add this to SOT. And otherwise, I'll do one thing. I'll keep the result into result variable value 1 plus value 2. Okay, I'll say SOT of result. Okay. So this is my class X, and I'll be extending this class X in my class Y. Okay. So now what I'll do is over here. So I'll be using let me write this as a public. So what overloading will say? What overloading will say? Compile time polymorphism will follow the overloading, right? Huh? So this is this is our parent class. This is a parent class. In our parent class, we have these data members, and we are performing some additional operation on this one. So let's initialize some values over here. So value 1 equals to 10. And similarly, value 2 equals to 20, something like that. Okay. So now what we are doing is we are taking we are copying this, or we are extending this class X features into the class Y. So extends class X. So now what I'll do is here, instead of performing the sum of integers, what I'll do is I'll perform sum of floats. So I'll say public void sum, right? I'll say I'll be performing sum of floats. So I'll be defining float f1 semicolon f1 comma f2, and I'll write the result into the f3. So I'll be giving the value of f1. F1 equals to 3.5 f, and f2 equals to 3.0 f, and f3 equals to f1 plus f2. And I'll be storing the result. Storing the result into the f3. I'll be printing the result. Addition of two floats. Addition of two floats plus, let's say, f3. Okay. Fine. Okay. So you can extend you can extend this class in class Z as well. So where we can perform the addition of characters as well, or you can simply keep like that. So this is only work. This is the original form, and we are converting this form into multiple forms, right? So sum is the method which is available in only one form. So we are performing here some operation over here. We are performing integer addition of integers. In like we are overriding the same method over here. What we are doing is we are performing addition of floats. So you can create one more class, and you can extend the base class, and you can perform the addition of doubles, or you can perform the addition of characters as well. So so by with this you understood polymorphism is we are polym there is a only one original form. We will be overriding we will be taking the help of method overloading principle. We will be, you know, uh, changing its original form to, we will be like, overriding the methods of its, methods actually. So here, let's say, man, see here we have a addition of, we have a method sum. In the inside this method, we are performing the addition of floats, addition of integers. So here we have a class y which is extending x. So all the features available in this, it will be coming to over here. What I'm doing is I'm performing addition of floats over here. I'm using the same method, but I'm performing addition of floats over here. So you can use the same way. You can like, you can create one more class, and you can like, can create one more class. So I'll say z extends x, and here also you can perform addition of floats. Sorry, addition of characters or double, something like that. You can perform anything. Okay, got it? Let's see an example of a runtime polymorphism. Polymorphism is a runtime polymorphism. Okay, let's say we have a class called person. Okay, so and we have a method called like in a person class we have a method called walk. Okay, okay, so here I don't need to pass anything. I'll just try to write some sysouts actually. Here I'll say marathon walk. It will not return anything, so I'll hit void. Next we have let's say this class, and hmm, we have can say this marathon 2025 extends version. Okay, so here void, I'll be overriding this walk method. I'll say let's participate and try to read the person name. Okay, okay, first let's try the simple example, then try it. Let's participate in 2025 marathon. Now, so got it right now. In runtime polymorphism, what we are doing is we are overriding. Okay, we are overriding the method of superclass method into our derived class, which is superclass is nothing but our base class. I can say that. So we are overriding. Like we say that in base class method, walk method, we are saying that marathon walk, and in our derived class, we are extending the person, right? The person is participating in the marathon 2025, and like we are saying that, like Just I'm just giving some statement actually. Let's participate in 2025 marathon, something like that. So now what you have to do is you have to uh, call these methods. Actually, you have to call these methods. Okay. So I'll be using the dynamic binding concept. I'll make a call to this one. So what dynamic binding will say, let me write the first. So I'll create a class. It is a main class, public static void main and string args, and here I'll create an object of person, but I have given the implementation in marathon 2025. Okay. So how I have did it, why I have created something like this is, so dynamic binding, why I have used a dynamic binding concept and I have created an object of a, base class. So I've just given the, where the exactly the walk method is available. So I have given that. Okay. Okay. So from here, we are inheriting to, sorry, not from here, from person. Okay, the original method is available. The walk method, original method is available over here in person, and we are extended to the marathon 2025, and we are overriding that. We are overriding that in our marathon 2025. Okay, so now when I say person dot walk, so which method will execute? This one will execute. This one will execute because you have defined it and you have implemented it. Okay. So person dot walk. So person dot walk, we are overriding that method inside this one, right? So it will be executed. So let's participate in 2025 marathon. Fine. So this is called like, kind of upcasting in Java. So you can do upcasting. Downcasting, it is not possible actually. Upcasting only possible in Java. Okay. So let's explain this dynamic binding concept first. Okay, so you'll understand this concept once you learn this dynamic binding concept. So dynamic binding, what it will say is always create an object of base class. Okay, but do not create an object of derived class. In inheritance, what we learned, always create an object of derived class. Okay, but dynamic binding says that always create an object of base class, but not the derived class. Let's see what exactly, let's deep dive into the dynamic binding. Let's learn why it is saying something like that. Okay.